Hello everyone. It's James again. And today, I wanted to talk about what it means to always have a good point of reference, and how it can be helpful for you to live a happier life, and to be able to stay away from toxic people. You see, many of us didn't learn good boundaries growing up, and as a result we found ourselves literally surrounded by toxic people, such as so-called friends, and the people we chose to date. We were treated badly by these types via the Narcissist Doo Doo Test, which is part of the sweet mean cycle, where they are super nice in the beginning in order to get you to lower your guard. And then they do all over you with their words and actions, to see if you will take it or not. And because we don't have a good frame of reference to what is good treatment, we end up taking it, and taking the person back into our lives when they go to the sweet phase of the sweet mean cycle. Oh, and I will leave a link for the video, the Narcissist Doo Doo Test, in the description box below, if you haven't already viewed it, as I believe you will find it eye-opening and very helpful, as I go into the hows and whys regarding this horrible tactic most narcissists use on their victims. But on with the topic at hand. Now keep in mind this negative treatment can happen to anyone. However, it's a lot easier for a narcissist or other toxic person to pull off this horrible scam if the victim is a lone duck, so to speak. Because this victim doesn't have a point of reference. If they came from a home where they were narcissistically abused, this is the only treatment they know. And all this new toxic person has to do is be nice for a little while in order to win this person's trust. And they are hooked. Because this lone duck has never had someone be nice to them genuinely. This is sad but true. So when someone new comes along, with really nice treatment, doing nice things for them, and almost going out of their way to be kind, this lone duck eats it up like the best tasting meal ever. Because they are starved for love and positive attention. And boy oh boy, does this narcissist know this fact. They've been scanning you since day one, and are feeding you what you are lacking. But you don't have a point of reference to compare what's good and what's bad. You see, though this abuse can happen to anyone, if you have a good point of reference, such as a healthy set of parents, that you were able to see growing up, what is truly normal, as far as a relationship goes, and you were treated with love by both parents, or if you have really kind supportive friends that are a big staple in your life, and they may have what appears to be good relationship habits, it becomes a lot easier to spot toxic behavior, because it won't feel right, especially when you have dealings with a toxic person. Then you go and visit your healthy friends and family. It may take a while to sink in, but usually it does sink in at some point that something is very wrong. Now this doesn't mean someone that has a healthy life won't find themselves dealing with a toxic person long term. Because yes, it can happen to the best of us. However, there are a lot of people that skate by these narcissists and toxic people quite easily. And how they do it is by having a good frame of reference, strong boundaries, along with healthy self-love. I mean, if a person has 3 good friends, and along comes a 4th that is playing games, it's easy to get rid of the 4th from your life because you have a healthy point of reference with the first 3. And same goes with having loving parents. You know you can always talk to them, and lean on them for support. So why do you need this evil person in your life treating you like a human yo-yo? One minute they're nice and the next they are ripping you apart. Who needs that when they can go over to their loving parents' home for a home-cooked meal and lots of laughs and love? Unconditional love. Which is where this person's point of reference is coming from. But if that's not you, and you are like many of us, you grew up in a toxic home. You had a narcissist parent or parents. You had toxic friends. It seems like everyone you've ever dated or had a relationship with has done you wrong. What point of reference do you really have? This is where you need to develop a healthy point of reference. So when things start happening, You can easily discern good from bad, healthy from not healthy. So how do you do this? I can't lie. It's not easy at all. But you have to get out there and start living. Remember in previous videos where I talked about getting out there and joining groups, taking classes, going places, and enjoying life? Well, that's what you're going to need to do. Because when you are out there meeting several people, many of them won't stick as friends, but a small handful of them might. Be careful and cautious what you tell these new people. However, enjoy the time you spend, and what you will start to see happen through these many activities you partake in. You will start to see trends in the people you are now meeting. Some that are true to what they say, and others that are wishy-washy. And I will be honest. You might find one person out of all of these people that is true to what they say and do. And even then, you need to keep up healthy boundaries. Because part of being a healthy person is not telling all of your business to everyone you meet. This information is important and it's okay to treat it as such. And though this nice person might tell you lots of things about their life, they aren't telling you everything. And that's part of having healthy boundaries. And it's perfectly okay for you to do the same. But the good part about having these types of interactions is it helps you develop a good point of reference. Because this person has been consistent in their treatment to you. It doesn't matter if you aren't that close to them or not. What matters is they have been consistent. So if you are out there in the dating world and you meet someone new, and they try the sweet mean cycle via the Narcissist Doo Doo Test on you, you will automatically know something is wrong. And you can reference back to your friend you have from an art workshop or whatever class you might be taking, that you see a couple of times a week. And you can look back and say, hey, I've been going to this workshop for 2 years now. And my friend there has been consistent. Granted, I don't know everything about them, but the little bit I do know has been consistently good. I never leave class thinking, what the heck is their problem tonight? I never leave the class wanting to quit because of their behavior. I have a great time when I'm in their presence. And they appear to have a good time in my presence. Now I meet this new person. And all seems well. Then they do test me out of nowhere for literally no reason at all. And all of a sudden your point of reference feelings kick in. You know what makes you happy. You know what consistent good treatment is. You know what makes you feel good and what makes you feel bad. You belong to activity groups, where you've met some good and some bad people. And the good people have shown you over time consistent behavior. They don't make you feel good 1 second and upset the next. So what's going on with this new person in your life? Why are they do testing me? You know what? Who cares? I'm not sticking around to find out. I'm going to class where I'm well liked and my presence is consistently welcomed. I'm going to go to a place where I feel like I can be myself without being micro-criticized and verbally beaten down for no reason at all. Keep in mind, these don't have to be your best friends in the world. Because that's a whole nother bag of apples. Regarding what it takes to be someone's best friend. However, having a consistent place to go, to be around people that consistently treat you well, will start to rewire your mind regarding how you see people and relationships. You will slowly start to see what it's like to be treated good. And to not have this good treatment ripped away from you for no reason at all. It will start to give you a new frame of reference. Something you can compare to. Such as, wow, this person just changed on a dime and out of nowhere started to insult me for no reason. However, I've been going to this activity group for the last 2 years and I've never been insulted once. This point of reference allows you to properly compare the behaviors. And for you to see, this poor treatment is wrong. And that it's perfectly okay to walk away. And it also helps to have a place to go to take your mind off of a toxic person you were just involved with. even if they are people you only see a couple of times a week for a few hours. This healthy time and being able to refer back to this healthy situation might save you from getting further entangled with a toxic person. Because when you have no point of reference and you are lonely, you might do something you might regret, such as taking a toxic person back into your life. You see, because many of us were isolated from society and normal people by our previous narcissists that abused us. No matter it be your parents or those you were in relationships with. It sucks to be alone. And when someone new enters our lives, it's exciting. Especially if they appear to be nice. Then when they rip the rug out from under us with the Doo Doo Test, we are looking for every excuse to take them back. Because we are lonely. And because we might not have a healthy frame of reference of what healthy is. And we've come to the conclusion. Everyone must act like this. Because the limited amount of people you've encountered has done this horrible treatment to you. I'm here to tell you. You have to break out of this toxic circle you are in. And start anew. Getting out there and living your life can be scary. Especially when you've dealt with the hell we've all dealt with. But you might be amazed to meet people that want nothing from you. That over time, their niceness isn't an act. It's really who they are. Imagine that, right? Now keep in mind you always need to keep your boundaries intact when dealing with these people that appear healthy as you would with anyone else. But just the same, dealing with these new people will rewire your brain to understand what healthy treatment is. So when you run into someone that's not healthy, it will hit your firewall right away and will be detected as not healthy. And you can quickly filter this person and behavior right out of your life. You won't even be interested in giving this person a second chance. You will no longer second guess yourself. And it will be easier for you to walk away from toxic people that want to cause you nothing but misery and pain. Because when we know better we do better. And when we do better we become better. Like I always say, knowledge is power. The more we know, the more we can live happy and healthy lives. Until next time. Bye for now. And be good to yourself.